Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Last time out, we completed the second case, and now we're on to defending Will Powers, the Steel Samurai. We did a bit of investigation. We found that there was only apparently one person who could have done it, which was the Steel Samurai, but we don't know if it was Will Powers in the costume. The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October the 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer at Studio 1 of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact. I see. Very well, I would like to move on to your testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. First, I would like to call a familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Just adjust my position here on my seat. There we go. Detective, if you would briefly describe the case to the court. Yes, sir. I'll explain the guide map with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio, see? This here is the employee area. The actors did a run through their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studio. Security lady that works at the studio was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security station, there is a gate, see? Past that are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people there. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. The production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. The time of death was 2:30. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case, in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? Should I listen to that whole thing again? I'll skip it. I think I can probably get by. Probably. I think I can probably remember that. So, the murder weapon was a spear. How medieval. Okay, we got samurai spear. Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call this security officer to the stand. Will the witness declare her name? Why, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. Your name, please. Oh, dearie, you no need to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma. Your name, please. Seems like Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witnesses to say their names. Wendy Oldbag, dearie. Just call me Grandma. I expected my name even when I was so young to call me Oldbag. I am not even gonna try. Objection! I object to the witness's talkativeness. Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand. I was just getting to the good part, dearie. Perhaps we can get to the testimony. Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct? Yes, I was. And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you. You know your stuff, dearie. You may begin your testimony. She sure is one hell of an old bag. Okay, first crack. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-through there since this morning. I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 o'clock when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now, the murder happened at 2:30, right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked by at 2 o'clock. It was Powers. That man right there, and he was heading towards the studio. You saw the defendant then? Very well, let's begin the cross-examination. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Let's press every statement. So, until that time, anyone who wanted to could go into the studio? Well, there wasn't a security guard at the gate, no. But the main gate was locked, dearie. You'd need an employee card key to get in. Right, the card key that I have. So, she's saying no one wasn't supposed to be there could get in. Was there anyone at the studio when you arrived at the guard station? Run through? They were working out a scene between the Steel Samurai and Evil Magistrate. They got the basics figured out by noon and were to use the afternoon for practice. Rehearsal was supposed to start at 5. That's why poor old Hammer went to Studio 1 in the afternoon. So, Powers was in his dressing room sleeping when he was supposed to be practicing. Talk about a laid-back hero. If there was a run-through in the morning, why did you only get there afternoon? What kind of errands? Oh, well, you know. Answer the question. Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers observing, you know. Observing? Weren't you supposed to be at the guard station? Whippersnapper, I told you I locked the gate, didn't I? I did my job. I'm not sure your boss would see it that way. Anyway, I always watch Hammer's run-throughs. Always. Never missed one in all my years. Wow. I want to see a Steel Samurai run-through too. You could quit being a spirit medium and take up guard duty. Not a bad idea. Did you see the victim then? Did I see poor old Hammer? No. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the station. Tell us what happened next. So, you were watching there the whole time? No breaks? Not even for a second? Of course, I'm a professional, you know. Or are you criticizing how I do my job, whippersnapper? No, it's just after seeing you eating those donuts in the guard station yesterday. I can watch the gate and eat donuts at the same time. Snipper-wapper? Snipper-wapper? Old Windbag is losing it, Nick. Why don't you raise an objection? So, the witness was on guard duty through the afternoon the whole time. Very well. What did you see? How did you know that? Oh, ho, ho. I have my ways, that overdressed young detective told me. I fed him some donuts and he talked and talked. If you ask me, that detective isn't cut out for his job. Poor Detective Gumshoe, getting chewed up by a security guard. Two? You sure? Sure as spit. Well, who was the man? Really? You should try not to get excited at your age. You might strain something. Now, don't get your skivvies and all in a bunch. I'll tell you who it was. So, you saw Mr. Powers? That's what I said. Got wax in your ears, Sonny. Nick, this is your chance. Yeah. Time to pull out the secret weapon. I'll say it again. It was him. In and that's when you pull out this thing and say, point that finger. Let me get this straight, old bag. Miss Old Bag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? You're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly? None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo-Old Tokyo. Miss Old Bag, is this the Mr. Powers you saw? Of course. Didn't your mama teach you any sense, Sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right? Yeah. Well, I wonder. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai. I know that. I wasn't born yesterday. No one in this court is accusing you of that, Mr. Witness. He's having trouble calling her old bag, apparently. However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you? Nosy old man. Of course I have proof. What? Huh? Even Edgeworth is surprised. The prosecution would ask the witness, please make all known information in your possession ahead of time. How was I to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me. Sorry, can't shift voices so quickly. This isn't any good as evidence, pal. You didn't even give it a second look. Wow, old Windbag has left Edgeworth speechless. She's good. Let's hear about the pure proof, then. Round 2. I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning, during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now look at that picture. You can see he's dragging his leg. See? Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy?
So he had sprained his ankle. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your cross-examine the witness.
She's gotta be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals. Sounds a bit callous, Nick. Whippersnapper? Hey, I didn't say anything yet. I'll have you know that I'm not pointing fingers at anyone behind their backs. Everything I've said is on the straight and narrow, the up and up. Youth today always whine about each other pointing fingers like that. Mr. Wright, please, for all our sakes, try to have not upset the witness. I think Edgeworth has met his match. Who was present at the run-through? Well, let's see. There was Powers, he's the Steel Samurai, poor old Hammer, the evil magistrate, and me.
And what exactly were you doing?
Observing, just observing. What about the assistant? Oh, she was off moving backdrops around and such. So she didn't see the run-through then. Trip and fall? Yes, and to think he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai. What a laugh. So Powers sprained his ankle. I helped him make it better for him, of course.
You helped make it better?
I kissed it where it hurt.
Let's skip over that part, shall we?
Where's the assistant then? Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle. You may continue. You may continue your testimony. He broke a prop? Sure did. His own samurai spear. The samurai spear? The murder weapon? Luckily, I was there with my duct tape to fix it. This strikes me as a significant detail. I better write this down in the court record. Was Mr. Powers' ankle badly sprained? Not so bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch. That's the nap. Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked. Dragging his foot? Okay. I think we've heard enough. Haven't we, Your Honor?
Well, there is one thing that bothers me.
Which is?
Where's the Steel Samurai costume now?
Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking, though. Anyway, that's not important. The witness did see the Steel Samurai, yes. And it is clear that the person in the Steel Samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers.
I suppose that's right.
Are you sure you're sure, Your Honor? Hold it right there. We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the Steel Samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers.
Defense has a point. I would also wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. You have to consider that possibility also.
And allow me to remove your doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please? No need to ask twice. The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m., true? The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them.
So, if no one else went to the studio, then it would have been this steel samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
How do you know that? Didn't I just explain? I gave donuts to the young detective. And then after some rubbish about being a secret pal, he told me everything. I see Detective Gumshoe shares his fellow officers' fondness for donuts. Are you absolutely sure? Oh, quite, Sonny. Nobody suspicious looking passed by at all. Nobody suspicious looking? Right. What about before you got to the guard station? You mean before 1 o'clock? Why, everyone was in the employee area before then. And I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Not to mention... Are you sure? The witness has answered the question. Anyone going into the studio had to pass by the witness. That's right, Sonny. You let him have it, edgy boy. Edgy boy? He is one edgy boy. Old Windbag sure has balls up. Well, you know what I mean. Yeah, old windbags have a way of skipping over important details after all. Or, for that matter, completely forgetting them. How convenient. Something for you to look forward to, perhaps. Oh, didn't mean to do that. I can just we'll go over this. Just looking at what we can use for... this one's a bit harder. 2:30, the only person who could have been gone before them was Will Powers. No one else went there. Do I have anything saying otherwise? We might have our first error here if I can't think what this is. I don't think it's that. Just checking what it said after this. Is it this? I think it's this. Okay, keep our 100% record going. Hold on. Look at this photograph one more time. This photo was taken at the camera at the gate for the studios, correct? Yes, sirree, Sonny. So whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture. And here I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground. Right. Anyway. It's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data. Ooh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening. That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo, I printed the words, photo 2. Yeah, I definitely knew that, and definitely that is why I objected to it. 15th October, 2 p.m, photo 2. Even I know that means it was taken at 2 p.m. on October 15th. Really, Sonny? Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is the bit at the end where it says Photo 2. Photo 2? The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this be Photo 1 if it was really the only photo?
Order, order. Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright.
Actually, that's what I was about to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not one, but two people went to the studio that day. Yet there is only data for one of these photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access to the security lady herself. Eh? You watch your mouth, whippersnapper. The only person I saw that day was Will Powers. But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means two people went by. Well, yes, that's what it would seem to mean.
Can the witness explain this to the court?
I don't understand these newfangled computer things. Edgy boy, help!
Huh?
Believe me, I want to. But I don't know what this means either.
Some help you are. You're a whippersnapper too.
Whippersnapper?
Something the matter, Miss Oldbag?
Ah, that's right. I just remembered something.
Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate. Someone other than the Steel Samurai?
Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way.
I see. Your testimony, please.
Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day.
Miss Oldbag, this is the first I've heard of this.
Well, of course, Sonny, I've only just remembered it.
Right. Anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination.
Well, I'd say this was a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this. Another job?
That's right. I check all the people that passed by the main gate that day. I look closely at every one of those photos that the security camera takes.
Do you have a backup of the security camera data?
Well, they keep telling me to, yes. But those computers are so frustrating.
How exactly do you determine what isn't suspicious looking?
Oh, you can tell by looking at their faces for the most part.
For the most part? This is a murder trial, Miss Oldbag.
Well, I didn't touch that suspicious-looking Will Powers photo, did I?
I think she's missing the point. Well, who in the heck was in that photo you erased?
A fanboy.
Fanboy?
Steel Samurai fanboys. Real freaks, if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. One was there that day.
Wait a second. Didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words.
Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside and, well, that's why they come in.
They come in through the drain?
I told you they were freaks. And they're kids, children, whippersnappers.
Kids? So, on the photo that you erased,
It was a boy, probably 2nd or 3rd grade.
what?
Order. Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studios that day. One was the Steel Samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be about 2nd or 3rd grade.
Oh, yes. We see his type every day. Can't stop him, can't catch him.
A boy in the 2nd or 3rd grade? I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear?
Impossible, I think. It's quite heavy.
Right. As I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data.
Nick, what's going on?
I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect.
Yeah. And they're already trying to unsuspect him.
I'd like to take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time.
Mr. WP,
Yes?
tell me straight. Were you really in the dressing room? You didn't go to the studio?
I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping. Honest.
So, who was the Steel Samurai in that security photo?
How should I know? Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it. Really.
What? You should take better care of that stuff.
I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal a Steel Samurai costume. So, where does this leave me?
Doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now.
Nick! What are you going to do?
First, you play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could have conceivably done this.
Right. And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we'll get another day.
Right. But if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot.
You don't sound very optimistic.
I'm not optimistic at all, actually.
Hey, Nick, it's time.
Okay, let's go.
What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that. The court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter?
The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studios was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be a hard evidence, but there is still no one else who could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers.
Very well, Mr. Wright, your thoughts?
The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime.
Order. Interesting. Let us hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that in this court that does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you do accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized.
Right. But the stakes weren't high enough.
So, who is this person other than Mr. Will Powers that could have committed the murder?
It can't be the grade school boy because he couldn't lift it. The assistant didn't know that he was dragging that he could have dragged his leg. The only option is the security lady. It was the security lady, Wendy Oldbag. Who? The steel samurai is dragging his leg in this picture. This means whoever was in the suit knew about that morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about this injury. The security lady, Oldbag.
What? Whippersnapper?
Order! Order! This is true, Oldbag.
Oldbag? That's Miss Oldbag to you.
Mrs. Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the steel samurai costume, then slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder.
Why would she go through the trouble of wearing the steel samurai costume?
Simply, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in this costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers.
I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright.
Oh yeah. Sherlock Holmes 2, baby. That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't usually jump up with an objection and some new damning evidence.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter?
The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time.
What? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so who do you think I did it? Is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there, do something.
What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take it the whole way. The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions on that day.
But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer?
You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too.
Indeed.
That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope.
Wait just a moment. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy. The one whose photo I erased.
He's only a grade school, though, as you said. Second or third grade, was it?
That doesn't matter. When I was at that age, I could pin my whole man in 10 seconds tops.
Your thoughts, Mr. Wright?
That boy is not the killer.
What? How can you be so sure? Or is it be nice to the kids and be mean to the elders day, whippersnapper?
I have proof.
Proof?
Indeed. Let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed this murder.
It's either this... Oh, it's probably... It's either the card... Could be... It's either the card or the picture again. Because the picture shows he's a bit bigger. It could be the card, though. I'll go with the card. The scene of the murder, as we all know, was Studio 1. However, you need a card key to enter Studio 1. How could a boy with no formal relation to the studios have a card key?
I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this?
The windbag, speechless. This has got to be a first.
Very well. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Windy. What was her name?
Something Oldbag, Your Honor.
The prosecution will look further into this old bag before we continue. That is all. The court is adjourned.
Wait a second. I'm not going to sit there while you run off barking up the wrong tree. Me? I'm talking.
Oh, great. Stop the presses. The windbag wants to talk.
Miss Oldbag, what is all this about? Have you omitted something from your testimony?
Actually, if you must know, there is something I was told not to talk about.
Not to talk about? By whom? Huh? You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told him not to talk?
Well, testify.
Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studios that day. If you're going to go accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free.
Miss Oldbag, this is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now?
Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told.
No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the old bag.
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
Let me... Okay, here we go. Sorry about that, just maneuvering myself. More comfortable position. So, you were told not to talk.
That's right, by the studio and TV bigwigs, no less.
Why didn't I hear about this?
Don't be too hard on yourself, Sonny. We were all in on it. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder.
Who were these people?
Well, the director, the producer for starters.
The director? We should have known something. Should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without the director? Of course.
Yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it.
So where were these people?
The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime, and they had a meeting after that.
Where?
Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer.
Studio 2? There was a Studio 2?
Well, if you look at the guide map, here it is. You go through the gate and all the way to the left.
The path where the monkey's head has fallen over.
Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue your cross-examination?
I think I already asked all my questions, but... may as well. Miss Oldbag, this is a trial for murder.
I know that's silly. Still, they were pretty convincing about having nothing to do with it. And they gave me a little bonus on the side.
So you got your bonus and you still talked. I think I've asked all my questions I have to ask. Now we wanna. I meant to continue cross-examination. Damn it! We've learned there were others at Global Studios on this day in question. The director and the producer and some bigwigs were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant Will Powers.
Court acknowledges the defense's point. Prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Oldbag. And more information about the other people we have just been told of. And more information about these other people we have just been told of.
I understand, Your Honor.
This ends the day's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. The court is adjourned.
Whew. Got through that pretty quick.
Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me.
Aw, really it's nothing. Or should I say... Oh, or should I...
We'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigation. It shouldn't be do some more investigating, no investigation. We have to find out more about this director and the producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So, now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination.
So, Nick, have we figured out who it was that was in the Steel Samurai costume? Could it really have been old Windbag?
What do you think, Mr. Powers?
I don't think it was her, really.
Neither do I, Nick. Yeah, I know.
Look, just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a little bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers.
Poor old Windbag. I kind of feel sorry for her.
Well, she wasn't winning any points either. With or without my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studio.
Right. We'll be back to visit you soon.
Thanks. Thanks, guys.
Take the save, advance the story. Whew, what a day.
This is no time for relaxing, Nick. Say, you think WP's got a chance?
I guess that really depends on the people we found out in today's trial.
The director and the producer?
Yeah, them.
Well, what are we doing here then? Let's get to the studio.
What do you think we should do?
Why don't we do what we just said? We gotta get to the scoop in this director and producer.
Oh, right, then there's no point hanging around here.
That's what I've been saying. Let's get to the studios, pronto. We don't have enough information to make a case yet.
That's exactly the same thing you said yesterday. Just admit it, you don't have a clue what happened.
There's not enough information.
Okay, just... move a bit more. A bit stiff. I'm gonna start going back to the gym after today, so... Oof. I guess we can present all this stuff to Maya.
Sorry, I don't know that it'll help us figure this out. I wish I had my own samurai spear. You'd be my own personal pincushion, Nick.
Me? Why me? We already had everything else, I think.
You know, what if this really was Mr. Powers?
Yeah, it's hard to say. We don't really know anyone else. We don't really know anybody else who it could be. I seriously doubt it was the old Windbag.
So Mr. Powers is lying?
He really doesn't seem like the type, does he? Curiouser and curiouser.
Hey, you still have that? Great.
Well, we couldn't get into the scene of the murder without it. And its owner isn't missing it in his detention cell.
Poor old WP.
I think that's everything. Yeah. Then yeah, I think that's everything, and I don't think there's anything else to examine here that's new. So, we can go to the studio or the detention center. We want to go to the studio, so let's go to the studio.
No one's here.
Right, now that they have Miss Oldbag in custody, Guess they don't have anyone else to replace her.
Hey, in the guard station, look. She left her donuts. What? I wasn't going to eat them.
We did all that yesterday. I mean, we can have a look at the computer again. The computer that runs the studio security cameras. Huh? It looks like it's been turned off for the day. Can I have a look at the van as well? Looks like a studio van. They probably use it to carry around film equipment. Okay, let's move. I guess we'll go to the employee area first.
Look, it's that assistant girl. Hey. Hi. WP's lawyers, right? I heard about the trial. Great job, guys.
Oh, don't mention it.
Is it true they caught the security lady?
Oh, oh.
Actually, she just called me. She told me to cover up that drain.
You mean that one? Wow, what a mess.
I know. I'm not so good with handiwork. Some assistant, right? Yeah. You do work on the props and the backdrops, right? Right. Just lots of times that they end up looking worse than they did before I fixed them. Oh, well, I'm sure these things happen. Nothing to worry yourself about. You're right, I won't.
Personally, I think she should worry at least a little bit more.
Maybe like, excuse me, I have to go to the guard station. I'm supposed to fill in for Miss Oldbag. Right, see you later then. Good luck with your investigation.
Okay, well,
So, the fanboy they were talking about in the trial today, he came in through this drain.
so it seems. I guess they covered it up in a hurry.
Hey, Nick. If that drain's covered, the boy won't be able to get in.
Yeah, I think that was the idea.
I feel kind of sorry for him, though, don't you?
What, you want to rip the grate off?
Really, Nick? We can?
Whoa, she's serious? I'm breaking the law, breaking the law. Well, I guess some things are just made to be broken.
Yay, you know, Nick, you're pretty swell sometimes.
Sometimes?
Hiya! There. That should make the kids happy.
The things we do. Looks like one of those electric powered bicycles. I know about these. I mean, what's the point?
It makes it a lot easier to go up hills.
Don't people cycle to get exercise? There's a half-finished backdrop for a stage here. Looks like a castle. Probably Neo-Old Tokyo Castle. The remains of the other day's lunch are scattered around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. There's a T-bone on one of the plates minus the steak. The drain grate is off, and I know who did it.
Now the kids will be able to come in again. Doesn't it make you feel great to do a good deed like that?
Must be nice to live to live so free of guilt. Okay, and that's everything on this side, and I can't remember the button, so I'm just gonna click. I'm thinking this is the same. Yeah. Let's see. Cola, candy, chips, gum. So normal. I was expecting some cool themed snacks or something. Popcorn, at least.
Wait, look. Samurai soda. Nick, try this.
Be my guest.
Okay. Oh, too bad. It's sold out.
Yeah, I remember the frosted windows. I remember... See if there's any new text, at least. Window going into the dressing room. The glass is frosted, so I can't see inside. There's a sign on the dressing room door. Mr. Will Powers. It must be neat to be a star and have your own room like this. The door to the dressing room. It's not locked.
Hey, Nick, let's go in. There'll be something else to steal.
Hey, we're not thieves.
But didn't we take that card key?
We borrowed that. There's a difference. In. Let's have a look in his room, I guess.
This is where the steel samurai costume was on the day of the murder.
That's what Mr. Powers says, at least. Guess they snuck in and took it while he was sleeping.
But Nick, what if Mr. Powers hadn't been sleeping? I wonder what the killer was planning to do then.
She's got a point. It's locked. Guess he couldn't open his window much. It's kind of dusty outside. Looks like someone was sleeping here. Maybe Powers did take a nap here like he said. There's a bunch of snacks on the table. They must give these to the employees. Some tea and cookies.
Wait, Nick.
Wait, what now?
These snacks, they passed the expiration date.
Then don't eat them.
They're snacks. They're meant to be eaten.
There's some regular suits in among the costumes here. Must be WP's personal clothes. There's an array of cosmetics here. According to Maya, that wig was used in some old TV show.
Samurai Boogie Woogie, Nick. Get with the picture.
Look, explain to me how you can identify a show just by seeing a wig.
I kinda like samurai movies.
Kinda? There's... Okay. We'll just bite the bullet and...
Mr. Powers' bag. I wonder what's inside. Hey. Supermarket tabloids? Wow, I'm kind of shocked.
Maya, leave us alone. Wolfmen found on Mars. We'll have to buy that issue. Looks like there's nothing in here worth my time. Guess we'll move on to Studio 1.
Oh, hello. Oh, you look like a little out of place. It's the clothes, isn't it? I thought my camo vest might do the trick. Kind of an alternative guard fashion thing.
Well, we can talk to her now that she's here. So, how are the studios doing?
There's police wandering around everywhere. It's terrible. They won't even let me clean up. They don't want me disturbing evidence. I haven't even cleaned up our lunch plates from the day of the murder.
You mean the plates with the steak bones left over on them in the employee area?
Yeah. Can you believe it? The kids sneak in here a lot. Well, I don't think there's many of them, but I do see one in particular a bunch. He's always gawking at the sets or snapping pictures. You should see old Windbag's eyes flash when she sees him. She has a bit of trouble catching him, though.
I heard something at the trial today. They said that the director and producer were here on the day of the murder.
Oh, sorry. I was in the prop storage room, so I didn't see them. I guess they were here, though. The studio head seemed pretty eager to keep us quiet. So, they were trying to protect the director? More the producer, really. Their producer's our real star here. She saved the studio from the brink of disaster and kept it running. I don't think we'd still be in the business if it weren't for her. The producer, huh?
I let it slip then, didn't I? It's a she. It's a she producer.
Not really sure what this is. Sorry. Wow, they gave a lawyer one of those card keys?
Well, I'm sort of borrowing it.
I see. You better be careful not to lose that. They're very strict about those card keys here.
Guess they're pretty good keeping these out of outsiders' hands. Thanks, I'll be careful. Could you take a look at this?
That's Mr. Powers. Why is he dragging his leg like that? What is this anyway?
Looks like she didn't know anything about the photo or the injury that morning. Never mind.
Not really sure what this is.
Say, you work with the props, right? About the murder weapon.
You mean the samurai spear? Yeah, it's a prop, but it's pretty heavy. I hate having to carry that thing around.
So you'd have to be pretty strong to use this weapon, it sounds like. Why is Mr. Powers the only one I can think of? I think that's everything since we already checked the we already examined the booth. Let's check the studio.
Hey Nick, it looks like Detective Gumshoe isn't here today.
You're right. He's probably up to his neck in paperwork after the commotion at today's trial.
So Nick, remember that Studio 2 we heard about at the trial today? It was down the path with a fallen tree, right?
Yeah, I think that's what he said. Well, they said.
Maybe the director and the rest of them are here today. Now's our chance, Nick. Let's check it out.
I think we examined basically everything. Yesterday. In the trial, they said the Studio 2 was down this path. The monkey head is in the way, but we should be able to get by without a problem.
This monkey head is really heavy.
Well, it did knock down that tree over when it fell.
Both of these, the monkey head and the tree, didn't fell the day of the murder, didn't they?
Yeah, that's what Detective Gumshoe said. That's the security camera that automatically takes pictures of people here. It took 2 pictures on the day of the murder, before the actual time of death. One of them was a steel samurai, the other was a grade school boy. Doesn't seem to have switched on today. I'm bushed. Maybe I'll sit down here for a bit.
This is exactly why I don't want to get old, ever.
Hey, I'm still young. I'm just tired.
Nick, when you start having to say I'm still young, you know it's all over.
But I am still young.
Studio mascot.
Apparently it's a monkey of some kind. Never seen a monkey with a nose like that before.
Why don't they put its head back on? Maybe we should ask that assistant.
I'm not sure we really want her fixing anything. You probably need a crane to move that thing.
Probably so.
The thing, apart from the door, entrance to Studio 1. This is where the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body. Okay, speaking of Studio 1, let's go there. And we'll check out Studio 2.
I don't really want to be in here.
Yeah, there's a murder scene.
I want to go someplace else, Nick.
Let's do a quick run through of a looking. Outline where Jack Hammer's body lay with tape. His body was found still with the evil magistrate costume. I guess that's why the head part looks like a helmet. Funny, I expected a spear stabbing would leave a few bloodstains. Guess the costume must have absorbed most of it. That's what we call foreshadowing in the business.
Hey, look, that's the chair the director sits in. I've always wanted to sit in one of those. Hey, Nick, take a look at that. One of those black and white boards, and they clap at the start of filming. And look, a megaphone, a real-life megaphone. Ready, Nick? Action!
This girl is more trouble than I thought.
Look, a ladder.
That's a step ladder.
So, what's the difference? You need to stop judging things based on narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick.
Right, sorry. This girl is out there.
Wow, look at that camera. That must cost a ton.
Yeah, so don't touch it.
Hey, smile, Nick. You're a star.
Stop that. Looks like a backdrop for the stage. This must be used in the Steel Samurai show.
Of course, that's Neo Fujiyama.
Doesn't the Steel Samurai take place in old Tokyo? You even see Mount Fuji from there? Not Neo Old Tokyo. Not Old Tokyo, Nick. Neo Old Tokyo. I screwed it up because I've been so used to saying it. Again, looks like there's nothing of use in Studio 1. I see the new place. This place is deserted.
Eek, Nick, what was that noise?
It sounded like it came from inside the trailer. Someone must be inside.
Hello?
No answer.
Pretty suspicious if you ask me, Nick. Let's go in.
I'm not sure we should be barging in. Huh? It's locked.
Well, we don't have a key.
No. There's probably one in the guard station at the main gate.
And what are we waiting for? Let's borrow it.
If they'll let us. Some flowers here.
Wow, so pretty. They're taking good care of these.
Don't get too close. That fence looks dangerous. Again, more foreshadowing. There's some flowers here. Yeah, okay, let's check him. On closer inspection, the trailer looks like it's been here for a while. I don't think this is the part of some temporary film set. These look like materials for a movie set.
They've been sitting here for quite some time. Might as well be a junkyard.
Yeah, I know the music's here, but I just wanted... Looks like 2 people ate here. With nothing left on the plates.
Hey, so they ate T-bone steaks too?
What is it with steaks around here?
Hey, there's always room for steak. But something does seem out of place.
What?
I don't know. It just feels odd.
An incinerator. Apparently they put this one in. It's already covered in soot. They must not clean it up very much. Or clean it up much. A light van for moving staff and equipment around. Kept it in pretty good shape. Looks like it would run fine.
Hey, let's go for a drive.
Sure, if I had the license.
Nick, you don't have a driver's license?
Look, I have this.
Why are you showing me your attorney's badge, Nick?
Well, I think that's everything for here. Let's go to the desk. Can I ask Penny? I think that was her name. No? Actually, you know what? We'll go to the detention center first, and then we'll if we can't. There's nothing here. We'll have a good old look round.
Oh, Mr. Wright, thank you for earlier.
Not at all. We got lucky, to tell you the truth.
You can say that again.
Let's not.
So, WP, do you have any leads that might get us going in the right direction?
Sorry, but no.
Be sure to tell us anything that comes to mind, no matter how small.
We can't really rely on getting lucky again tomorrow.
Yes.
Do fanboys sneak into the studios often?
No, not that I know of. That security lady's pretty strict with them.
But in today's testimony, didn't she say that they were often hanging around?
The kids really loves the Steel Samurai. They sneak past when she's not looking, I guess.
Was the director present at the morning run-through?
Yes, he was. He was directing how the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate should move.
And why didn't you tell us that before?
Well, the studio asked us to keep quiet.
That has nothing to do with this. I hate to repeat myself, but Nick here is a newbie lawyer, fresh off the bar. When he loses, he's going to lose big.
Oh, I see.
Whose side is she on? You aren't hiding anything else from us, are you?
No, I sure hope not.
We found this card key in your dressing room.
Oh, that's mine, yes.
Can people outside the studios get these cards?
I don't think so. Even I have to return this card. Once the show's done filming, that is.
Regarding this photograph.
Yes?
This really, truly, absolutely isn't you, right?
Right. I was sleeping in my dressing room the whole time, honest.
But who else could have worn it?
Your costume was in your dressing room?
Yes? I guess they snuck in and took it while I was asleep.
But who?
Excuse me. Thank you for showing me that, whatever it is. Wish I could think of some way I could help you. Sorry.
Regarding the murder weapon.
Yes?
It is heavy, that spear. Is it heavy, that spear?
It's pretty hefty, yeah. I don't think the average person would be able to swing it around effectively.
And that's the spear that broke her something during the morning run-through?
Oh yeah, I goofed around on a round kick, you see. I broke the spear. The security lady fixed it right for me right away, though.
With duct tape, we heard.
That should be everything, because we don't need to examine anything. Go to the main gate. I want to examine in here. That's where they said the keys will be. Computer on security cameras. Looks like it's been turned off for the day. Nope. And we cannot talk to Penny about anything else. So let's go and have a gander. Into the employee area. Maybe there's something here. Bingo.
WTF?
Oh no, it's him. Okay, I'm trying to think of the word, the way I want him to speak.
WTF? Who are you dudes, Lamau?
Oh, cringe. Just cringy.
Huh? We're... Wait, you first. Who are you? You look pretty suspicious to me.
Whatever, lamers. How can you just not know the great Salmonella? I make the lead show. The Steel Samurai, mine. RTFC, read the film credits.
Really? You're the Salmonella? I'm so sorry, you look so sorry.
No, it's quite alright, really. It's fine, Raffalo.
I hate this. Oh, it's throwing me back to like, like early internet.
What is it?
You know, on closer inspection. Yeah, hot.
Hey, do you do a lot of that, cosplay? Because that costume is... Rock sores? What? Hey, you're drooling.
Lol. Buffer overrun.
You've triggered my creative powers.
Yes.
It's all coming to me now. Princess. The sequel to Steel Samurai, Pink Princess, Warrior of Little Old Tokyo. Ravel Lamau.
I hate this so much. The Pink Princess?
Why's it gotta be little old Tokyo? Why can't it have a cool name like Neo Old Tokyo?
Maya, we really need to talk about cool. We looked at everything. Let's just ask him some questions. Did you notice anything unusual on the day of the murder? I feel like this guy have like the air voice. Like, oh, I know you dudes are. The security lady told me about us. That's right.
It was a pretty regular day.
Nah, it doesn't sound. I'm trying to think of a good voice for him. Oh well. I'll stick with that one out, the first one. It was a pretty regular day. We had a run-through for an action scene in the morning. Then a meeting at from lunchtime in Studio 2 trailer. Yeah. I was so busy I didn't even get a chance to eat lunch. A T-bone steak, was it? Yeah. I hate missing out on food.
Nick, what does sucksores mean?
No idea. Anyway, I was in the meeting from noon till after 4 with a producer and some bigwigs from the network. Mr. Hammer's time of death was estimated at 2:30. He's telling the truth. That meeting gives him an alibi. About the producer who was at the meeting with you. Oh, you mean Dee Vasquez? She's a genius. Mad skills all the way. Scarily, though. She brought the studio back from the brink of destruction. She's the one who made it possible for me to make the Steel Samurai. You had a meeting with her on the day of the murder, right? Yeah. We were together from noon to 4 p.m. the whole time. Who exactly are these bigwigs people keep mentioning? Oh, the boss over at the network and some sponsors and a few production guys. They piled into a limousine and got here right around noon. Major tension. I can't make a sound for sweats. Were all of them with you the entire time? Yeah, unfortunately. They're all gray-haired geezers. Sounds like they'd all be reliable witnesses. In, see if we can show him anything. I try not to pay much attention to these things that don't interest me. Lol. Why are you staring at me like that? Salmonella. The incel before the incel wasn't even a term. I try not to... Yeah, okay, we don't look through that. We need to get Maya out of here as quick as possible before something bad happens. This is WP, right? How do you know? Well, he's obviously dragging his foot. Oh, right. The director would know about the injury. He was there. Right, Maya, let's get out of here before he does something creepy. Let's move to the main gate, because apparently there's nothing here.
Aha! You again.
Eek!
How rude, acting like you've seen a ghost.
You certainly got back to your post quickly.
Oh, the police took me away, they did. They pulled out a spare Steel Samurai costume. Told me to put it on. Can you imagine? How could I, a sweet little old lady, wear a giant suit like that? Mr. Powers is pretty tall. As soon as they saw there was no way I could wear it, they let me go.
I guess that would rule out her being the murderer.
Anyway, know this, whippersnapper. This old lady never forgets a slight or insult. And you won't get any information out of me. My lips are sealed. You sure are talking a lot for someone with sealed lips. Starting now. 1, 2, 3, 4.
This lady is too much. About the kid you said you saw.
I see him again. I'm taking him down. Nick, look at her eyes. She's serious.
About the director, the one who was here on the day of the murder.
I see him again. I'm taking him down.
Nick, I think she's losing it. I have a feeling she's not going to respond well to this, anything I show her now. Guess we're going to examine. Maybe she'll calm down. The computer that runs the security cameras looks to have been switched off. The main entrance to the studios, they probably have a police officer on the patrol out there. Well, looks like we're not getting anything out of her. Maybe we can go to the Detention Center because we got nothing else. Let's go to Studio 1. Maybe we can go to inside Studio 1. Nothing new here. Again, let's go back to Studio 2. Nothing new here because that's still locked and we don't have keys. Okay. Let's go to the employee area, I guess. Or back there. Bingo.
Hey! Hey, wait!
Betty came in right through that drain. Hey, Kiddo?
What's your name, sport? I'm not a kid, so don't talk to me like that. Huh? But you are a kid. What a rude little brat. There's no way to talk to an adult. I don't see no adults around here. Hippie fashion chick. Hippie fashion? Nick, I think I'm being mocked.
You gotta hand it to Maya. She's pretty sharp and pretty mad.
I'm Cody Hatkins. Call me Kiddo again and I'll cut you down where you stand, evildoer.
Okay, and well, may as well talk to him. So, you're a fan of the Steel Samurai?
How dare you utter that name, evildoer? What do you mean? We're on the Steel Samurai's side. Ha, ha, ha. You can't fool me. Okay, and then what's the last line said by the innkeeper in episode 8? Ha, easy. Like some fries with that? Not bad, kiddo. Watch it.
What are these doing? Say, you heard anything about the incident the other day?
You were here, weren't you?
Did you see anything?
He always, the Steel Samurai's always wins, always. Yeah, I saw him, I saw everything. What? But no way am I telling you, losers. What? Wait. Let me go. He's gone. Huh? Something fell off the table when he bumped into it on his way out.
A bottle? What was this sitting there, I wonder? Anyway, what was that kid saying?
He saw everything.
Well, let's present this to him and then get right back out of here. Okay, Maya. It's okay. We will get you out of this weird, very weird guy.
Huh? Where's that old windbag?
Out of her to leave her post.
Hey,
Nick?
that was her. Stop, whippersnapper.
Yeah, sounds like she's chasing after that boy.
Natch. Uh-oh, she tripped.
Maya sure looks happy. Meant to follow him or something? Like inside Studio 1? Perhaps not. Stretch while we're doing the waiting. Oh, whoops. Clicked the wrong button then.
Hey, Nick. Now's our chance. Let's check the guard station.
Good idea.
Oh. This is it, Nick. The trailer key.
The key to the trailer in Studio 2.
You'll be borrowing this, right, Nick?
Okay, let's go to Studio 2 then. Button. There we go. Do we have to examine the door, or do we just go straight in? Oh. Wonder the key we borrowed from the guard station will work. It opened.
Great. Let's go, Nick.
Seems eager all of a sudden.
Well, you first, Nick.
Ah, not that eager. Let's move.
Eek. Someone's in here.
Names.
Our names? We're WP's lawyers and...
I see.
And who might you...
Dee Vasquez, the producer. Dee Vasquez, she's quite beautiful. Again, let's. I'll examine her. We'll examine the. Examine here, not the her. Here. Glass is frosted. Glass is frosted. I can't see outside. This is far into October. The dimming daylight makes me feel like winter's coming. Looks like they were designing a set to use for the Steel Samurai show. Got some figures on how much the set costs. Can't believe they spend this much money on those sets. An overall movie poster, The Singing Samurai starring Jack Hammer. What the hell does samurai sing about? Chopping off heads?
Oh my God. That movie was the best. It's about a samurai who sings his way to fame and fortune. This Hammer was a very accomplished singer, you know.
Singing samurai stars. What next? Ninja ballet? Samurai Summer starring Jack Hammer. Poster's quite old.
Wow, it's been years since I saw that show. It was one of those typical summer romance stories, but it was great.
A typical summer romance with a samurai on a horse? An old movie poster. Dynamite Samurai starring Jack Hammer. Guess Mr. Hammer used to be quite the star. Oh, we could examine what's on the table. This is where they had the meeting. And there are documents and paper cups scattered everywhere. Can we examine the bin? Nothing in here that could be a clue. Just some paper cups and crumpled documents. Oh, let's ask the woman. I was wondering if you could tell me about the day of the murder. Miss Vasquez? Script? Excuse me? Script. I'm looking for a script. Script? Steel Samurai, episode 13.
I need it. Could we ask you a bit about the day of the murder? I need to read it. We're getting nowhere fast. We'd really like to ask you about the Steel Samurai. Miss Vasquez? It's on TV every week. That's all I have to say about that. Nick, she's telling us to go watch TV? The nerve of her. Hey, don't get mad at me. About the director, Salmonella, was it? What exactly is his role here? Perhaps I didn't make myself clear. I'm looking for a script. I can't be bothered with anything else. Nick, are all the people in the entertainment business this weird? Well, Maya, sort of. And definitely weirder than her, depending on, recent stuff that's gone on. Starting to look like it. Oh, sorry. It's starting to look like it. Nick, let's get out of here. And someplace else we have to check. Yeah. Wait. Yeah? You see, Manila, give him this. Why do we have to do your errands? I don't think I like her. Don't cry. She'll take it as a sign of weakness. Alright. We'll give it to him if we see him. I'm not interested. Well, it looks like we have to do this before we're gonna get make any headway. Trying to remember where Salmonella was. He was in the employee area, wasn't he? When where Powers was. Should have a look at the court record actually. See what the thing says. Memo reads, "Bring me the script for episode 13." Okay. Dressing room. I present thee with paper. Here, I got this from your producer. Huh? Bring me the script for episode 13? Episode 13? Where did I put that one? Must have left it somewhere. Uh-oh. My ass is pwned if I don't find it. Nick, it might be quicker for just looking all the places where he's likely to have been. I agree.
I agree.
Oh, this is one of the things I remember, though. I remember where it is. I think if I'm correct in my remembering. Back at the scene of the crime. Let's find what we need and get out of here quick, Nick. Hey, look. That's the chair the director sits in. I've always wanted to sit in one of these. The director. Maya, take a look around that chair for me, would you? Remember that script the director was talking about? Didn't he say he'd left it somewhere? Aha! I found it, Nick. The script. Good work. I guess since we're here, we may as well just deliver it to her. They're giving it to Sal. Hopefully we'll get some answers out of her finally. Here, we found it. Your script. Ah. Not going to talk to us. Quiet. I'm reading.
Just you hold on. What's the big idea? Who do you think you are anyway? And do you even know who we are?
Powers lawyers?
Right.
Am I a suspect?
No, it's just... Well, no, but...
You wanted to know about the day of the murder?
Yes, anything you could tell us would be a big help.
You know there was a meeting at here at noon? Yeah, with the director and people from the network.
Correct.
Now listen closely. None of the people in the trailer that afternoon went to Studio One. It was impossible for us to leave.
Impossible? Why?
The path was blocked.
The path?
Like a guide map? I'm not interested. Oh, it's present. Okay, we'll just... Oh, and we lost the memo as well. Okay, well, at least we can talk to her now. On the day of the murder, the path that leads here was blocked. You saw Mr. Monkey on the way here, correct? Mr. Monkey? The monkey with the broken head. Oh, right, that. One original name. Its head fell over in the wind on the day of the murder. Didn't stop moving the head out of the way until 3 o'clock. It was after 4 p.m. by the time the path was unblocked. Capiche? Everyone in this trailer was stuck here until the path was cleared. Stuck in the trailer until 4 o'clock. Emma died at 2:30. Thus, none of us could go into Studio One.
What?
It's true. The crane came just after 3 o'clock to move the head. We called someone in to clear the way. I'm sure they'll corroborate my story. But wait. What if the head fell over after 2:30? Then you could have just gone into Studio One. 2:30, the time of death. Very well. Come. That's Mr. Monkey. When it wasn't broken, it announces the time in ooks. 1 ook per hour. Ook, 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 ook. Always with the ooking. It is a monkey after all. Check its head. The clock inside stopped when it broke.
Nick, it stopped at 2:15.
2:15. That's right. This path was blocked from 2:15 till after 4. Therefore, we're innocent. Mr. Hammer died in Studio 1 at 2:30. See? Goodbye.
What do we do, Nick? There isn't anyone besides WP who could have killed Mr. Hammer. It's over. We're finished.
This sure doesn't look good. I should head back to the office and plan our strategy. Well, we appear to have hit a wall. Oh, oops, that's on me. Hit the wrong one. Now what? We're fresh out of clues. Everyone's alibi is watertight. We don't even have any promising leads. Things are looking pretty grim.
It's a little early to be giving up, don't you think?
Huh?
We got one promising lead.
Mia, it's you. What took you so long?
Sorry, Phoenix.
Maya has trouble calling me unless she's really in trouble. Right, oh, wait. I guess that means we're in trouble.
I'd say so.
What do you mean we have one lead? The boy, of course.
Yeah, I saw him. I saw everything. What?
But no way am I telling you losers. I don't know. He didn't sound like he was going to help us at all. I'm sure you can find some way of bringing him over to your side. Either way, we should get back to the studios. That boy's our last hope, Phoenix. Thanks. Now I'm more worried than I was before. So, what's the best thing to do from here? We need to get to the studio and talk to that boy. So, do you have any ideas about who might have done this? We don't have enough information to make a case yet. Where have I heard that phrase before? So that's where Maya got it from. May as well present me with all the evidence.
Showing me that isn't gonna do any good. You know what they say, dead men don't tell tales.
You sure are talking enough. Okay, and Mia, clearly you're not gonna give me anything. Let's go. What's wrong?
Whippersnapper!
She's been chasing that boy this whole time?
When I catch him,
Sounds like she hasn't had any luck catching him.
I got a hostage now, whippersnapper.
A hostage? What happened to the boy?
I see him again, I'll lay him flat.
My, what a violent old lady. Actually, I met with the director just now.
Eh? My heart. It don't feel so good.
Is she okay?
Before I go, I'd like to visit the place where poor Hammer died.
Right, she was saying she wanted to see the studio where he died. What's this all about, a hostage?
When that boy was running away, he dropped this and ran. He'll come back for this one.
It's kinda hard to understand with all that huffing and puffing. Phoenix, that hostage might be what we need. Cody might talk to us if we give him that. Good idea. Miss Soulbag.
No, I'm catching that, brother. It's the last thing I do.
Phoenix, do you have anything you might trade with her? A trade, I wonder. Well, she wants to go see Hammer's body. Only one thing that'll make her do that.
Hey, that tough. That's a card. To Studio One?
Right, card key to Studio One.
I could go visit poor Hammer. I'd like to visit. He died. I was his fan.
You don't have your own card, Miss Oldbag?
Studio One is in my turf. You'll let me borrow it then?
If I give her the card key, then I won't be able to go to Studio One.
Why don't you let her borrow it, Phoenix?
Guess it can't hurt. Here you go, Miss Oldbag.
Listen to me, Sonny. I don't like having debts to no whippersnappers. You take this, and we're even. Deal?
What's this? Steel Samurai trading card?
That sneaky kid dropped it. I figure it's pretty important to him, though.
Thank you, I may have a use for this. This must be the hostage she was talking about.
Right, I'm off.
There she goes, hobbling towards the studio. And we have a lead. Well, not much of one. Let's go to the employee area. Struck lucky, I guess. Hey. Hey, you. Wait a sec.
Phoenix, was that the boy?
Yeah. His name is Cody Hackins.
I think he ran off into the dressing room.
Okay. She's sure to be here. She's sure to be here somewhere. Found you. Damn it. He's getting away. Come back.
There, he's back.
How did she?
Hey there. Would you mind helping us out? Please?
I'm Cody.
Hello, Cody. I'm Mia. Mia Fey. Nice to meet you.
Yo. And I'm Phoenix Wright.
Who asked? Who asked?
Phoenix, you can take it from here. I'm not so sure I'm qualified. The Steel Samurai is so cool, I think he's the bomb.
Heh. What would a lamer like you know about Steel Samurai?
Hey, watch that attitude. Phoenix, you really shouldn't yell like that. He's only a kid.
Yeah, don't yell at me like that. I'm only a kid.
So, do you know anything about what happened here? Could you tell me, please?
I don't know nothing.
Looks like a little persuasion's necessary. Maybe a bribe. Cody, this look familiar?
Hey, my UR!
You are, huh?
UR, you know? Ultra rare. That card's got really hard to get. Man, for a grown-up, you sure are dumb.
I'll give you this if you help me.
That's my card. By offering me something I already own, you're in effect eschewing the very base of our consumer society, namely the principle of fair trade. Man, for a grown-up, you sure are dumb.
What do they teach kids in school these days? Quantum physics? Can do.
Whatever. I don't need that card.
Huh?
I got a double. Just keep it. It's yours.
What? After I went through all that trouble?
If you want to trade, you find me a really rare card.
Really rare? You mean like there's something rarer than ultra rare?
Ultra rare premium cards are rarer than plain ultra rare cards. Come on! Man, for a grown-up, you sure are dumb.
Premium, rare... Why do I feel like we're talking about steaks? I may as well present him the rest of the stuff while we're at it.
What's that? Boring. Man, how can one person be so lame? If you were a superhero, you'd be lame-o, man. Hey, it's the Steel Samurai. Huh? Why is he dragging his foot like that? Where do you get this anyway? The Samurai Spear. That's totally cool. I wish I had one too.
This kid and Maya would get along great. Right then. We're gonna find some ultra rare premium super duper mega cards. Guess we'll have a look around. I guess we'll check the studio or the rest of the studio, and then we'll check the other places outside the studio.
Oh, hi.
Hello, what brings you here?
Oh, well, I had to arrange some stuff.
Yeah?
The girl with you, doesn't she seem a little different? Like she's even, like, is she even the same person as before?
Nope. She is the same as always, 100%.
Same as always. Okay, whatever you say.
Hey, now that's some what I call visual effects. Have you seen the fanboy since then?
Nope. You missed it though. The security lady was chasing after that boy so fast I thought she'd collapse. Of course, he got away in the end. Boy, she's mad.
Actually, we saw them. How is she doing?
She was squeezing donuts through her clenched fists back at the guard station.
Some people take their jobs a little too seriously. Are all the posters here on the wall of Mr. Hammer?
Yes. It's really a terrible loss for the studio. His popularity had been waning recently.
His popularity had been waning recently, right?
That's true. And again, after what happened.
After what happened?
You mean you don't know about Hammer?
Know what?
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said anything.
Wait, now you have to tell me. What happened with Hammer?
I'm sorry. I'm probably not the one who should tell you.
Uh-oh, why do I get the feeling something's being covered up here? I've shown you all this, right? I guess we'll show you everything else I've got since then.
Sorry. I'm really not sure what this is.
You know anything about this?
Hey, that's a Seal Samurai trading card. I collect those, actually. I'm one card away from a complete set.
A complete set?
Yeah, a set of each card.
Huh.
Wait. That's it. That's the card I need. Don't know how long I've been looking for it. I don't care what kind of girl you might think I am. I need that card. Please, I beg you, please trade with me.
Trade with you?
Yeah, trade cards. Look, I even have a ultra rare premium card. Trade me up, huh? It's a good deal for an ultra rare. Please?
Phoenix, can you see she's desperate?
What's everyone getting so excited about?
Trade.
Okay. Really? Thanks. This is for you.
Erp card.
Yahoo!
And there she goes.
Doesn't doing good things make you feel great?
Yeah, it does. Well, we got lucky with that. Main gate. And then employee area. And then we give Cody this card. See this card?
Yeah, so wait. That's it. That's the last ultra rare premium card I need. Come on, give it to me, please. You gotta give it to me.
Wow, I've never seen him so eager. Right, okay. How about a trade?
You're on. I'll give you a samurai spear and throw in an evil magistrate to boot.
No, not that kind of trade. I don't want cards. I want information.
Huh? You sure? Fine by me.
Okay, Phoenix, let's hear what he has to say. He knows something that could help us. We can have him take the stand tomorrow. So, you like the Steel Samurai?
Yeah, he's so cool. I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
You're judging him by the way he looks. You have to look at his actions, at his life.
Being lectured to on life by a grade schooler.
You like him too, don't you?
Oh, me? Yeah. I love the Steel Samurai.
Tell me what your favorite thing about the Steel Samurai is.
Go over his fighting skills. Gotta think of something. I like it when he, vanquishes his foes.
Yeah, wazam! Steel Samurai always wins, always. Check this out, it's my fan album.
What the? It's all the pictures of the Steel Samurai.
I go to every live performance.
Stupid publicity stunts where they beat each other up in public?
I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. Wazam! I got 'em all, I never miss one. Perfect collection. Check it out, my new digital camera. Wow, that's very impressive. The newest model, isn't it? You bet, lady. I got it just for my birthday. My album has a name. Want to hear it? The Steel Samurai, Path to Glory. The Steel Samurai always wins. Always. You want it? You can have it, lady. Really? You sure? Yeah, I took it with this digital camera. I got all the data I need at home, so I can always make another one. Well then, I'm happy to accept. Thank you.
What's with people always giving stuff to Mia? What a life. I can think of 2 massive reasons that people would give things to Mia. Not gonna go into it. You were on the day of the incident, right?
Yeah?
Did you see anything unusual? Cody? Cody, he needs to know because he's fighting for justice. Isn't that right? Isn't the Steel Samurai's motto for great justice? You have to help us fight for great justice too.
I saw everything.
Well, you might get some useful information out of him yet. Cody, I need to ask you something very important. What did you see on the day of the incident?
I got here that day at around 2. I had to come in through the woods out back so that old lady wouldn't see me. I got kinda lost though. I was in there for maybe in half an hour or so. Then I finally got to the studio. After that...
What is it, Cody?
The Steel Samurai killed the bad guy. He used his samurai spear just like always. 1 shot, 1 kill. Happened so fast, I got scared. I went home after that.
I see. Must have been hard for you.
Man, you say those nice things, but it's so obvious you aren't speaking from the heart.
Right. Mia?
Yes?
I think we can say for sure that this means the Steel Samurai did it. True enough. And the director has an alibi, so it also wasn't him. Indeed. So, the only person who's left who could have done it is Will Powers.
I have to admit, it's kind of a shock.
If you put the boy on the witness stand, your client will be guilty for sure. Let's not call him then.
I think that would be wise.
Best to leave this one alone.
Not so...
Not so fast, pal. I heard everything. This boy here is a key witness. And he's under police protection starting now. Come on, son. You've got a rendezvous with me at the precinct.
No, I ain't going. Wah!
That didn't go so well.
We're back to 0 leads. Now we have a serious handicap in court.
What are we gonna do, Mia?
Well, I really need to be going.
Don't worry, Phoenix. I'm sure you'll be fine.
Whoa.
come to the trial tomorrow, please? I need you there. Phoenix, can I ask you something? You really believe that Mr. Powers is innocent?
I believe.
Of course he is. That's all I wanted to hear. Excellent. I'll see you in court then. Great. Thanks, Mia. See you soon. Well then. Win car.
Mr. Wright,
Yeah?
why do you look so unhappy?
Oh, nothing. Really? It's nothing. Right, Mia? Uh-oh, she looks even unhappier. Phoenix? The client is now practically a dead man walking. Perhaps that's the way I feel particularly close to him. Or perhaps that's why I feel particularly close to him. There's no time for dead people jokes. There's no time for dead people jokes, please. You know we're going into this trial utterly defenseless. But if Mr. Powers is truly innocent, we should be able to find something overlooked in the evidence to prove it. Something overlooked? We have to find something, Phoenix, today. It's that, or we lose the trial. This isn't going to be easy.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please.
An unexpected fact has come to the attention of the court. Yesterday, we learned that there were other people present at the studio. Today, I would like to show the evidence proving that they had nothing to do with the murder.
Very well. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
I wonder if that producer is going to come out. The prosecution calls Salmonella to the stand. Or that director. Will the witness please state his name and profession? How rude can you get? You don't know me? I'm the director. I make Steel Samurai, noob. Raffle. Salmonella. I'm a director, television.
We were at Global Studios on the day of the murder.
Yes, Your Honor.
Very well. Please testify to the court about the events of that day.
Phoenix, let's start by picking this testimony apart. Powers is innocent. You know what that means. Someone in the trailer on that day did it. Right. She doesn't waste any time putting on the pressure. I was at the studio around 9 that morning. During the morning, I was doing an action scene run through. It took a lot more time than I thought it would. I heard everyone else ate lunch in the employee area, but I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in that meeting until around 4. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure that no one left their chairs. That's about it.
The time of Mr. Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. According to your testimony, you were in a meeting at that time. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Is that when you always come into work?
Oh, no. I come in all sorts of hours. It's the industry way.
Yeah, I know all about the freaks in your industry.
Still, FWIW. I was pretty busy about it. Pretty busy all day.
Tell us more about that. In the employee area?
That's right. There was a fight scene between the Steel Samurai and the evil magistrate.
Was anyone else at the run-through?
Oh yeah, that security lady was sitting there watching the whole thing. Well, she was cheering on Hammer, if you can believe it.
He certainly has the lungs for it. Anyone else?
Nope, just us four.
Why did it go on so long?
I'm pretty sure you've already heard about this, but WP twisted his ankle during the run-through, see?
Alright, just the limp.
Which of course led to me missing my lunch. Roughs.
RFS rolling on the floor, starving? What exactly did they have for lunch?
T-bone steak, the assistant cooked up some.
Come to think of it, there was a plate with some bones on it in the employee area. Everyone else, meaning the witness, did not eat with them. So, in the end, you didn't get to eat?
Yeah, no steak at least. You believe it?
Must have been tough. Phoenix? Yeah? Didn't something about that seem odd to you? Yeah, it does seem odd now you mention it. Mr. Manella.
What do you mean?
When I went to that trailer, I saw something on the table. There were 2 plates on the table. It's the same kind of plates as in the employee area. Who ate lunch there?
No, good call. I am embarrassed, so I didn't mention it. But I did eat after all.
A T-bone steak, you mean?
Yeah, well, I mean, the assistant went through all that trouble.
I brought it to the trailer thinking I could eat it later.
Clearly a man who likes to eat. I suspected as much. So, when exactly did you eat it?
We took one break during that meeting. I wolfed it down then.
The mental image I will carry with me to my grave. Wait a second. If they took a break in that meeting, that contradicts his testimony. I'll press on that a bit more. What were you discussing?
Steel Samurai story on our budget? Get this, the sponsors turn to me and say, Mr. Manella, those scripts of yours are not appropriate for children. Could you believe it?
Actually, I kinda can. So, nobody left the table during the whole meeting. You didn't take a single break.
Well, yeah, not one.
What's he sweating so much about, I wonder? If only I had an idea. Wait a second. Maybe I do have an idea. Wait a second. Mr. Manella, you've just contradicted yourself. Didn't you just tell the court that you ate a T-bone steak during a break?
Oops, Ruffle.
Well?
Mr. Manella, what is all this about? Well, yeah. I guess we did take a little break.
Phoenix, great job. If they took a break, one of them could have gone to the studio during that time. Your Honor, I call on the witness to testify to the court about his break.
Very well. Mr. Manella, your testimony, please.
Irk. Uh-oh. Edgeworth is laughing.
Yeah. Woof. We took a break, Raffle. But it was only 15 minutes. 15. That's only 13 in base 12. Not enough time for someone to commit murder in Studio 1, lol. There's only just enough time to eat a T-bone steak if you ask me.
I have no idea what FWIW means. That's why I said it first time round. I mean, if you want to look it up, an Urban Dictionary, it might be there. But I don't know.
I don't think it would be enough time for that, but that's just me. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination.
What time exactly did you take this break?
I'd say it was around 2:30 or 2:45, until 2:45.
2:30. That's the time of the death. So we could have gone to Studio 1, killed Hammer, and come back. So FWIW for whomever is wondering. I'm never going to use that ever again, and that's instantly going to drop out of my head. I guess it's possible time-wise. Okay, never mind, I've already read that. What were you doing for those 15 minutes?
Eating my T-bone steak, what else?
There were 2 plates on the trailer table.
Oh, right. The other one was Diva's. Sorry, D. Vasquez's plate.
D. Vasquez, the producer. To eat a T-bone steak in 15 minutes, that's quite a feat. Can confirm, that is quite a feat. Why is that? Haven't we had enough of this pointless line of questioning? Your Honor, testimony to this point has been made one certain fact painfully clear. People in the trailer had nothing to do with this murder. It was impossible for them to go to Studio 1. What? Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Surely you aren't suggesting one of those people in the trailer went to Studio 1?
Well, Mr. Wright?
Phoenix, this is critical. Think about it before you give your answer. No, it's impossible because the tree would have been fallen down. I want to write off so many possible suspects, but I can't keep claiming the impossible either. I agree. It was impossible for anyone in the trailer to go to the studio in that time. Ha! I thought you might be thoughtlessly treading on thin ice again. But I see you had at least the inkling of truth.
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
It's quite simple. True, the break in the trailer meeting came out after the time of death. However, the path from there to the scene of the crime was blocked. The fallen Mrs. Monkeyhead barred the way. Around 2:15, a strong gust of wind knocked the studio mascot's head over. Ergo, when the people in the trailer took a break at 2:30, the way to the studio was blocked. Blocked by Mrs. Monkey's severed head. It's actually Mr. Monkey, but we'll let slide. Edgeworth has a point. And somehow I feel like no desire to correct him. I believe we have enough evidence. We've seen enough evidence. I would like to relieve Mr. Manella from the stand. What? It's over? I'm surprised Manella's not looked at Mia and just lost his absolute mind. I mean, if he's losing it over Maya, he's definitely going to lose it over Mia.
Very well, the court's opinion on this case is as follows. I have found that there are several other people in Studio 2 on the day of the murder. However, it is also clear that none of these people could have gone to Studio 1. Therefore, there's no relation to this case. Furthermore, with regards to the photo of the Steel Samurai, given the size of the costume and no other one but than Will Powers could have worn it that day, all that is lacking in decisive evidence is he is the one who did it. If we had that, I'm afraid I would have to find Mr. Powers guilty.
Your Honor, the prosecution is pleased to announce that we indeed have this decisive evidence. A witness.
Who is this witness, Mr. Edgeworth?
My witness saw the very moment that the Steel Samurai skewered the victim.
Order! I will have order! I see. The court will take a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear your witness. Court is adjourned for recess.
What do we do now, Mia? If everyone is in that trailer has an alibi. I'm sorry, Phoenix. I guess I was wrong. Mia! Don't tell me you were giving up. If you give up, then what hope do I have?
Don't get me wrong. I never give up on a trial before, not while there was still a chance. Only one thing came clear in your cross-examination. People in the trailer could not have gone to Studio 1. I thought there was more to it than that. But I was wrong. That's all there is.
Or what's going to happen to me? It kind of seems everyone is in that courtroom thinks I did it. They think I'm a murderer.
Don't worry, Mr. Powers. You're innocent and we will prove it. I guarantee it. Leave it to us and be yourself. Be strong. You're the Steel Samurai, hero to children everywhere after all.
Thanks.
Okay, Phoenix. This one's for the kids. Let's do it.
Court is back in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
Prosecution has a concern. As our witness is a grade schooler of tender years and this is a murder case, we worry the defense might cause unnecessary trauma with his cruel questioning. Nice to see Edgeworth taking the moral high ground. However, we have no choice. Prosecution calls Cody Hatkins to the stand. Donna, perhaps you could arrange a box for him to stand on?
Oh, right. God, please bring him a box. One of those donut crates should do.
Would the witness state his name and grade in school? Witness?
What? Just because you're all grown up don't mean you can push me around.
Cody, answer his question, okay?
Hey, it's you, the nice lady. I'm Cody Hatkins, and I'm in 2nd grade.
I get the feeling that this is going to be a long, long day.
Mr. Edgeworth, please remember that you're speaking to a child. Try to be gentle.
Witness, I mean Cody. He's having trouble with his gentle thing. You're present at Global Studios on the day of the murder, or the end of the incident.
You got a problem with that?
Please tell us what you saw that day.
What, Pops? You want me to tell you with Gramps with a beard over there?
Just a very long day.
Incidentally, the photographic equipment is strictly forbidden in this courtroom.
My apologies, Your Honor. He said he wouldn't testify if he couldn't bring it. I'd like special permission, if that's possible. Wait, you're saying you had to bargain terms with a kid, and you lost?
Hey, I just got this new camera. Don't really know how to use it all that good yet. But I'll bring it with me wherever I go.
Phoenix, wonder if he had that camera on the day of the murder. You better make a note in your court record.
Very well, Cody. Please testify to the court about what you saw on the day of the incident.
I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. I found a map on the internet and went to the studios on that day. I went through the woods off the path so the old lady wouldn't catch me. I was going to the studio. I got kind of lost the way though, about 30 minutes. When I came out by the studio, there was the Steel Samurai. He totally rocked, right before my eyes, and out came the bad guy. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow! If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tell you. Anyway, I couldn't get into the studio, so I went home.
Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. And be gentle, remember you're talking to a child.
This kid is tougher than most adults we see in here, honestly. You really like the Steel Samurai, huh?
Of Course I do. I taped every show, and I'd go to all the live performances.
It's impressive. Have you been to the amusement park?
Course, duh. My dad's always takes me.
Poor dad. Was that day the first time you'd ever been to the studio?
Actually, I've been a couple times. Never managed to get there on a rehearsal day. And that security lady's always yelling.
Right. Please continue.
Chill, Pops, I'm getting to it. How am I supposed to talk when you cutting me off all the time? Jeez.
Off the path?
Yeah, you know how the studios are in a valley there? If you go off the path a little, there's woods, and that's where I was. I see.
I see.
Anyhow.
Did nothing unusual happen on your way to the studio? Unusual? Did you see this monkey by any chance?
Oh, you mean Mr. Monkey? Yeah, I saw him, but his head wasn't busted.
You went straight to the studio. Got lost in the woods?
Yeah, I couldn't figure out which way I was walking. Man, I was relieved when I saw those blue studio doors. Guess what happened next?
Steel Samurai?
Yeah, he was standing by the studio gate. It looked like he was thinking about something before going in. Then he opened up the gate and went inside.
I see. What then? What sort of bad guy was it?
A guy, person, kinda tall, skinny.
Are you sure it was a guy?
I don't know. It was kind of far away.
Yeah, he's being awfully vague. What happened to the bad guy?
Huh? Well, he didn't kind of move, not one bit. Looked like he was dead. I guess he's a real pro. What a great actor.
Yeah, I suppose he was. If you had your camera? You mean you weren't carrying your camera then?
No, I wasn't. It's not like I have it all the time.
Really? I guess seeing the killing freaked him out and he went home. Phoenix, remember he's a child. Use gentle words, but be firm. Easy for you to say. I just thought that was the easiest objection you could have done. Because he said he always carries it, but yeah, he didn't carry it for this specific point. Cody, what you just said seems a little strange. Didn't you say before that you always bring your digital camera wherever you go? You were quite clear about that.
Huh?
Cody, you shouldn't lie here. You understand that, right?
Mr. Wright, a word with you.
Uh-oh, was I putting pressure on too much?
What is this digital camera contraption you were talking about?
It's, a digital camera, Your Honor. It's kind of a new sort of camera. Remember when this game was released and digital cameras were new? I still remember the days of those, like, old snap ones where you have to take a picture and then you have to, like, wind it so you could use the next picture. How do I explain that?
I see.
Anyway, Cody, I can't believe you wouldn't bring your camera on a trip to the studio. Did you bring it? You did bring it, didn't you? Mr. Wright, how cruel you are to terrorize a poor child so. I don't care if he's a child or a prosecuting attorney. No one should lie in court. Oh yeah, the good old days of 16 pictures. What do you mean, or a prosecuting attorney? Well, Cody?
What?
Yeah, I remember going to like old places to get like, cause all these old pictures you had to use. If you're using an old like a disposable camera, is the ones I'm talking about. You had to like, you had to basically take the picture and then get the film, done in another place, which was it was really fun because you were really excited to see all these pictures because obviously it's probably been so long since you've taken them. Yeah, you hope the pictures turn out well. I've always wanted one of those like old Polaroids. You have to wave the actual picture once you've got it. I just found that so cool.
You got a problem with that?
So you did have a camera. And you did use it, and you did use this camera?
Why would I use it? I was too busy watching.
Very well, please testify to the court about what you were so busy watching.
Yeah, I had my camera with me, but I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it. The Steel Samurai goes for the bad guy. Wham! Then, the bad guy stopped moving. He's so strong. The Steel Samurai rules.
Ah, is that all? Well, that was brief. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
So, why don't you use it? He's getting to that. Relax and listen.
I didn't use it because I was too busy watching the real thing.
So you were watching the Steel Samurai. Did you watch the whole fight?
Yeah, of course.
You didn't turn away, not even once.
No.
Okay, tell us exactly what happened.
Yeah, I'm getting to that.
So the bad guy attacked him first.
Yeah.
What sort of person was this bad guy?
I told you, a person. He was a person.
How was he dressed?
I don't know, I don't kind of remember. I was too busy watching the Steel Samurai.
I see. And what happened next?
Then the bad guy stopped moving.
Why?
Huh? What do you mean, why?
Why wasn't the bad guy moving?
Well, because the Steel Samurai brought him to justice.
And how exactly did he do that?
How did he do it? With a samurai kick and a samurai punch. Samurai chop, samurai slap. Something like that.
You're still being vague about this.
What? Don't give me that look, Pops.
How should I play this? Press him, Phoenix. Press him. Cody? What?
What?
Something's bothering me. Before you said that you couldn't take your eyes off the action.
Yeah? So what?
Yet you missed the most important part. What is the meaning of this? The witness has stated he saw quite clearly. You know as well as I do as he's being vague. Tell me what kind of murderer uses a samurai slap. My point is this. Cody, you may have seen some of the Steel Samurai's fight. But you missed the most important part, the killing blow.
Order, order. Mr. Wright, how could this be? Can you explain how he might have missed something so vital?
That's the thing. Phoenix, I believe you're on the right track with this. Think, why didn't Cody see the climax of the fight? I know you can figure this out.
Mr. Wright, your answer. We have ascertained that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of a fight?
Because he couldn't watch it. How could he calmly watch a murder taking place at his age? Just a moment, please. One thing has become quite clear in this boy's testimony. I do not believe he was witnessing a murder. He was watching the Steel Samurai fight like on TV. The more real the fight he would have watched.
I have to agree with Mr. Edgeworth. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any other explanation?
Your Honor, I have evidence.
Evidence?
Yes, Your Honor. Why did Cody look away from the fight? This? Here's my proof.
Proof?
Can I do that again? I'm sort of lost here. This doesn't prove anything. Huh, lost your nerve, haven't you?
Very well, I'll ask you the question again. I understand that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight?
He missed the climax of the fight? Because he was looking at something else. Probably.
Something else?
Mr. Wright? Oh, sorry, Mr. Wright, please explain yourself. What could possibly distract this boy from seeing his idol, the Steel Samurai, fight? What do you claim he was looking at? Oof. Come on, think of something. Think of something. Nothing.
Mr. Wright, please refrain from making baseless claims.
Yes, sorry, Your Honor.
You have another explanation for this. You have ascertained that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai.
It's clearly going to be show evidence. I can work this out on my own. I'm a big boy. Right, it's not going to be the autopsy. It's not going to be the photo. It's not going to be the guide map. It's not going to be the spear. It's not going to be the bottle. It's the monkey head? Maybe the monkey head fell? Nah. It's gotta be the camera then. Here's my proof. Oh yeah, it's obviously the badge, the most useful thing I have in my possession.
What's that? The camera?
The witness stated that he recently received this camera.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
He wasn't entirely familiar with its operation.
I'm aware of that too.
Ah, correct. How would Cody be looking somewhere else at the critical moment? Because he was looking at his camera. He was trying to take the picture. Hey! Bullseye. What's your problem, Pops? You got a thing for picking on little kids? Pressing, not picking. Good job, Phoenix. Yeah, it only took me 16 tries, Mia. Thank you. Cody was lying, clearly. Smart of you to realize that there was no way he could just stand there watching his hero and not take a picture. Yeah, right. Definitely nailed it. Cody? There was only one reason why you would have looked away from the fight. And that was because you wanted to take a picture. But having just received your camera, you weren't used to it yet. So you just missed the climax of the fight, correct? Yeah. Well, Phoenix, I bet you anything he's hiding more than that. Have him testify again. Right. He means business. Your Honor, the defense would like to request Cody Hatkins testify once more.
Very well.
Cody?
Cody, could you please tell us about your camera? About why you didn't take a picture of the fight?
Welcome to the real world, kid.
Yeah, you're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain, so I held up my camera to take a picture. But then the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. That's all that happened, yep.
Anything strange in that testimony, Mr. Wright?
I'm not sure. I'd like to proceed with a cross-examination anyway. Pops?
Yeah, I called you Pops, you spiky-haired geezer.
Geezer? I'm Mr. Edgeworth.
And I'm clearly a better gentleman.
That's what I hate about you grown-ups. You're all so self-conscious.
Okay, off with the glove. off with the kid gloves. Testify, witness. Testify!
Yipes.
So you did see the beginning of the fight.
Yeah.
Did you notice anything unusual?
I guess the Steel Samurai was moving a little strange.
Moving? Strangely? Why couldn't you take a picture?
My new camera has too many buttons, so I couldn't figure it out. I tried to take a picture, and I really tried.
When the lens opened, what did you see?
A person on the ground and Steel Samurai.
That's all?
Yeah, I told you I didn't take a picture.
I would have once I got that lens open. Did he really not take a picture? Not even one? Nah, he definitely would have taken a picture. There's gotta be something I can use. Cody! Listen up, Cody Hatkins. I know exactly what happened that day. You took a picture.
Hey,
Bullseye?
how did you know?
I see through all your lies, Cody Hatkins. It's one of my powers.
Wow. This feels great. Yeah, I took a picture.
Perhaps you can change your testimony to reflect this, Cody?
You erased them?
Yeah,
Why would you erase a picture of your beloved Steel Samurai victorious?
well, you know, why would I want to keep a picture like that?
He's becoming less and less cooperative. Better find a clear contradiction soon. Some solid evidence. How can I pick holes in such a short testimony?
There has to be something. Dig it up the dirt, Phoenix. Find out what this kid's all about.
I think I've got it. Go to present, and I think it's because Path to Glory. He takes a picture of every single time the Steel Samurai wins. Cody.
What? What? Man, every time you say Cody, you follow it with something bad.
I just wanted to thank you for giving me this the other day.
Huh? Oh, right.
What was it you told me then?
I go to every live performance. I always take a picture with the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. Wazam! I got 'em all. I never missed one. Perfect collection.
Cody, did you really get a picture of the Steel Samurai standing victorious over his foe? If you did, I find it hard to believe that you would just erase it. Wouldn't you keep it for your album?
Ah!
Mr. Wright, what exactly is this album?
It's called Path to Glory. It's a collection of pictures of the Steel Samurai, all taken by Cody Hatkins. He claims it's a perfect collection of every battle the Steel Samurai has ever won.
I see.
Don't you find this very odd, Your Honor? Among all the pictures the Steel Samurai, none of were taken that day?
Order! Mr. Wright, have you an explanation? The Steel Samurai just defeated his adversary. I certainly would expect to see a picture of it in this album.
Exactly my point, Your Honor. No, wait. No way.
Phoenix, I think we finally discovered the truth. And what a truth is. Mia, are you sure about this? Did he actually... Yes. I'm pretty sure what you're thinking is right. Tell him, Phoenix. Tell him what the truth is.
Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what's going on here. Why is there no picture in the album of the day of the murder? And why would the boys' photos be erased?
I can only think of one reason, Your Honor. The Steel Samurai didn't win. That's why Cody deleted those photos.
You mean the Steel Samurai lost?
Well, Cody, I'm right, aren't I? Tell the truth. The bad guy defeated the Steel Samurai.
No way, no! It's impossible. The Steel Samurai never loses. He never loses to anyone, ever!
Your Honor, the witness has revealed everything in with his words. There was a reason why he lied, and he told us he didn't take the picture. The same reason he erased his precious photos. For Cody, it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. He saw the Steel Samurai lose. Yet to admit what he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle the truth. Oh, we're taking quotes now, are we? Out of films that are actually in a court of law. I like it. I forgot about that.
Order! I will have order! Witness, I mean Cody, is this true? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw.
I...
Cody, that day you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight, right?
Okay. You're right. The Steel Samurai fell down. Then he didn't move. Wah!
Order!
What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim. Yet according to the witness's testimony, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell.
Mr. Wright, what's going on?
Apparently we've all made a serious error. Error? What's this all about? Quite simply, the victim was Jack Hammer.
Mr. Wright, we all know that.
Right?
Perhaps you'd like to reconsider your last statement?
I'm sorry. It was I who was wrong. Oh, I thought it was because the Steel Samurai was the... Oh, okay, well, I guess we are. First, screw up. Look, I'm sure there is something that we're overlooking. You're so sure, then tell us what it is. What's this all about? Okay, the Steel Samurai was the victim. You understand what really happened? It's actually quite simple. I went for Jack Hammer because I thought it was going to prove that Jack Hammer was the Steel Samurai. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer, he was the victim. Don't you see? Jack Hammer was the Steel Samurai. Oh, but if I say Jack Hammer is the... that's... I'm annoyed now with losing my perfect record.
Order! So the Steel Samurai in the photograph, you're saying the man in the costume was Jack Hammer?
That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Jack Hammer was present at the action scene run-through that morning. Thus, he obviously knew about Will Powers' foot injury.
But wait, hadn't Mr. Hammer gone to the studio already?
That's where everyone thought. But remember what Miss Olbach said in her testimony.
On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Did I see Paul Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station.
Mr. Hammer left the employee area after lunch. However, no one saw him go to Studio 1. Nor was there a picture of him. He waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room, and he snuck into the dressing room and stole the steel samurai costume.
But why would the victim do such a thing?
I don't know.
I get it. I thought that the steel samurai was moving strange, so it was a different person inside the suit. Pops.
Me? What?
Actually, there was one piece of data I saved.
Data?
Yeah, a photo on my digital camera.
What? Show us, quick.
No way, man. Not if you're gonna look at me like that.
Now!
Here, this is it.
Well, looking at this, it's a little hard to say. I'm afraid this could be anyone in the costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright?
I agree, Your Honor. This isn't decisive evidence.
I'm sorry, but doesn't look like it's the proof we need. I'll give it back.
Wait, Phoenix. Mia, what?
Look at that photo once more. That's it, Phoenix. That photo is the evidence you need to win this trial.
Wait, what? Your Honor, may I see that photo once more, please?
Certainly, I don't see why not.
Phoenix, show him. There's a glaring, decisive inconsistency with the facts we know that that's in that photo.
Find the inconsistency in the photo. I know it. It's dip, but it, boo. Okay, it's number 2 here. Your Honor, look at this.
I see a gate.
Might I draw your attention to the number on that gate?
The number?
Ah,
Yes, well, it's hard to say, but it looks like a 2.
clearly not a 1, Your Honor, correct? Ah. I believe Mr. Edgeworth sees what I'm getting at. But that's impossible.
Hey, what's all this about? This explains why I might be shocked along with the rest of the court.
I'll use the studio guide map. The body was found here in Studio 1. However, when we see this photo taken at the time of the murder, it does not say 1 on that gate in the photo. Your Honor, here is the true scene of the crime. Here, at Studio 2.
I see. That would explain the 2 on the gate in the photo.
Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. The path to the trailer was blocked.
So we have heard.
The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time.
Yes, I suppose that would be the case.
Remember Mr. Salmonella's testimony? Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they couldn't have gone to Studio 1. And actually, the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed this murder. They were the only ones in the access to the scene of the crime, Studio 2. As you may recall, there is a trailer in Studio 2. Now on that day, a meeting was held within that very trailer. There was a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. During that break, Mr. Salmonella and D. Vasquez were outside eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime.
Order, order.
The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person that the security guard, Miss Oldbag, saw was the victim, Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole a steel samurai costume. Then he went to Studio 2. This is madness. Jack Hammer's the victim. Why would he steal a steel samurai costume? Are you suggesting he did so to cover up the details of his own murder? Well, no, of course not. Or do you have proof? Give me proof that the victim was Jack Hammer stole the costume. Do I have proof? I don't really have proof. Proof? Uh-oh. I'm pretty sure I don't have anything like that. Phoenix, even if you're not 100% sure about this, you have to try. I mean, you've got proof. It's good enough to win them over. Just go for it. All or nothing. Your Honor? Mr. Wright, actually, I do have proof. Here's my proof Jack Hammer stole the costume. I guess the sleeping pills? This is it.
An empty medicine bottle?
I found this on the table in the employee area. The same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads sleeping pills.
Sleeping pills?
The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent that afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer.
Wait a moment. That bottle does raise some suspicions, yes. There's no proof that Mr. Hammer used it.
Your Honor, I have an idea. Fingerprint the bottle.
An idea? Very well, let's hear it.
I want to check this bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprints should be on this bottle.
I suppose you're right. Very well, the court will take possession of this bottle. The court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Cody Hacken's testimony has revealed new possibilities in this case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than we previously thought. The Steel Samurai was seen by Miss Oldbag and may have been the victim Jack Hammer. But the scene of the crime was not Studio 1, but Studio 2. And those in the trailer did have the time to commit the murder. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor?
Your homework is to find the answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? Also, who killed him and why? Find the answers for me by tomorrow.
That's a lot of homework.
Mr. Edgeworth. You will need to reconsider your stance in this case. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers.
As you say, Your Honor.
This trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension. Very well, court is adjourned.
Whew. That was a close one. He was saved by a hair, but that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home about 3 times during the trial. Me too.
Really? You both seem so confident.
Huh. Maybe I should take up a career in acting. I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there. Me too.
You're dead?
Oh, of course, we're kidding.
You sure?
I wasn't kidding. Now, Mr. Powers, we have to go make our final investigation. But I promise you, we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial.
Right. Thanks.
And with that, we'll call this an episode. This case does drag on forever. The 3rd and 4th cases do tend to drag on to like the end days. Anyway, I think that we'll call it there. I think that was a good episode we got through. But yeah, no, it's probably just they wanted to elongate the plot to make it 3 days. Plus, there's like, there's a lot of more answered questions. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching. People on Twitch, I have a YouTube channel. All these get archived there. You miss a stream? Should be a link down below. People on YouTube, I have all these get streamed live to Twitch. If you want to talk, watch these live, interact with me like I've been doing today, there should be a link in every description of every video. I want to thank you guys both for watching one final time, and bye-bye.